Hello everyone, what is up? It is me, AlbyMTG. Before this video even begins, I do want to apologize. I got my wisdom teeth taken out about uh, 3 or 4 hours ago. So this me making this video, if I don't sound super upbeat and happy to be talking about this cool new card here, I apologize in advance. Most YouTubers would just kind of take the day off the day they get their wisdom teeth taken out, but I'm choosing not to, which is probably a bad idea, but nonetheless, here we are, and I'm making this video. So today we're going to be talking about Macabre Hatchery. Macabre Hatchery is a card that was leaked from the new Guilds of Ravnica set that'll be coming out later this year. You can tell based off of the picture here, this is not an official spoiler. This is, in fact, a leak. Someone must have gotten their hands on a pre-release kit, took a picture of the rare from this pre-release kit, and then uploaded it to the internet. This has kind of been around for a couple of weeks. People have known about this card, but I wanted to give it a little bit more time, make sure it was like real first. And so a lot of people have been going through comparing how it is to other cards in foreign languages, how like the text and the picture and all this other kind of stuff would match up, and then even comparing like the flavor text and all this other kind of things. And it turns out that the card is most likely going to be real, so I'm taking the time to talk about it now instead of, again, talking about it before when we didn't actually know whether it was going to be real or not. So with that being said, Macabre Hatchery says it's 5 mana for a sorcery. Choose a creature card in your graveyard with converted mana cost 1, then choose a creature with converted mana cost 2, and a creature with converted mana cost 3. Return those cards to the battlefield. So this card is kind of neat. It's 5 mana at sorcery speed for 6 mana worth of creatures. So it does require you to run some CMC1 creatures in your deck, so you want to have good cards throughout your deck at these specific mana costs to really get the most value possible out of Macabre Hatchery. But I put together here on this next page, you're going to see I put together probably the best combination of converted mana cost 1, converted mana cost 2, and converted mana cost 3 cards that you can put together, and that is Viscera Seer, Vizier of Remedies, and Kitchen Finks. Viscera Seer is 1 mana for a 1/1 that says sacrifice a creature, scry 1. Vizier of Remedies, here is the new one from Amonkhet. If one or more -1/-1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many -1/-1 counters -1 are put on it instead. And when I say it's a new card, I'm saying that it's the only standard legal card, I guess is what I should have said. So this is going to be for like a modern deck, for example, is where you would see these 3 cards put together. And then Kitchen Finks is 1 green-white for a 3/2 creature. When it comes into play, you gain 2 life, but then it has the Persist mechanic. The Persist mechanic says, when this creature is put into a graveyard from play, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to play under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. So the way that this combo works is all 3 creatures are going to enter the battlefield at the same time. You're going to gain 2 life off of the Kitchen Finks, and then you're going to sacrifice your Kitchen Finks to Viscera Seer. Once Kitchen Finks gets sacrificed to the Viscera Seer, the Persist mechanic will trigger, and it'll say the Persist will notice that it didn't have a -1/-1 counter on it when it left play, and so it will try to return it to play with a -1/-1 counter on it. And of course, when it returns to play, you'll gain again another 2 life, but when it re-enters play, the Vizier of Remedies will say, look, this creature can't have a -1/-1 counter put on it, so or I guess it can, but you would have to have multiples. It's that many -1/-1 counters -1. So 1 -1 is 0, so it's going to enter with 0 -1/-1 counters on it, so you just bring back your Kitchen Finks and you get to gain 2 life again. And then your Viscera Seer again sacrifices your Kitchen Finks. Your Kitchen Finks hits the graveyard, the Persist mechanic triggers, and says it didn't have a -1/-1 counter on it when it hit the graveyard, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and bring it back with a -1/-1 counter on it. And then the Vizier will say no -1/-1 counter, and you guys get the point. Eventually, this combo allows you to have infinite number of scries, so you can go ahead and put whatever card on the top of your deck that you want, whatever card you're planning on drawing, and then Kitchen Finks will gain you infinite life with this combination as well. So it's quite good in Modern, unless of course you're playing against like Infect, then it's kind of a little bit awkward. But now for 5 mana and 4 mana, even 6-mana sorceries in Modern to see any play at all. They need to win you the game right on the spot. We're talking about cards like Past in Flames, for example. That's a card that Storm plays that allows it to win that turn. For a 5-mana sorcery, or also for another 4-mana sorcery, Scapeshift, another one that got printed here in M19. That's a card where you cast it and you basically just win the game in Modern. For 5-mana cards, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I mean, slamming a Teferi doesn't necessarily say you win the game. It is possible to beat a Teferi, but it's very hard to beat a Teferi. So even seeing Teferi, seeing any play in Modern shows that it's just an extremely, extremely powerful card, and it is extremely hard to bounce back from your opponent landing a Teferi. And then even like 6-mana sorceries, again, I can't really think of anything. I apologize. The research for this video didn't go quite as planned. I didn't really get a ton of time to research this video because I thought I would have more time to do the research in the morning, and then I realized I was getting 4 teeth ripped out of my mouth. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure the best combination of cards that you can get off of here, the Macabre Hatchery, this new card here from Guilds of Ravnica. The best combination you can get is most likely Viscera Seer, Vizier of Remedies, and Kitchen Finks. If you don't want to use Vizier of Remedies, you can also use Anafenza, the 2-mana one that's a spirit. It allows you to bolster when a creature enters the it allows you to bolster 1 when a creature enters the battlefield. So when the Persisted Kitchen Finks enters the battlefield, you get the bolster trigger to put a +1/+1 counter on your creature with a -1/-1 counter. The counters cancel each other out, and so the Kitchen Finks acts like it has no counters placed on it whatsoever. So again, the combination works that way. And then another one that you could use instead of Vizier of Remedies is Malira, Sylvok Outcast. It again just says you can't have -1/-1 counters put on your creatures. So again, it works similar to the Vizier of Remedies, how it doesn't allow the Persist trigger to put a -1/-1 counter on the Kitchen Finks. So with that being said, that has been Macabre Hatchery. Let me know down below in the comments what creatures you want to get back with Macabre Hatchery, what creatures maybe in Standard you want to get back with Macabre Hatchery, because Standard will be a totally new environment once Guilds of Ravnica comes out, so that'll be kind of interesting as well. Let me know your thoughts on the card down below in the comment section. Again, like I said previously in the video, this card has kind of been known for a little while, a couple of weeks, but I really wanted to make sure that there wasn't just like obvious flaws in it that someone could point out that it was like easily real. There would be no point in making a no point in making a video about a fake card. So with that being said, I gave it a little bit of extra time before talking about Macabre Hatchery. Maybe this is the first time you guys are seeing it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'm going to go probably edit this video and then get some sleep because my mouth hurts. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys here next time for another Magic the Gathering video.